Welcome back everyone. How are you guys today? I hope the answer to that is great. Well, today I was in deep thought and realized that the death of young people tends to hurt more than of old people, doesn't it? I think of this idea as younger people have more potential in them, and when a young person passes away, you think of all the good stuff they could have done. So, keeping this the focus of the video, let me tell you guys about celebrities that died at a young age. Let's go! Number 8. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger was a once-in-a-generation caliber actor. His portrayal of the clown prince of crime, Joker, in The Dark Knight remains one of the most talked about and lauded performances even over 10 years after its release. The role netted him a posthumous Best Supporting Actor Oscar. Before his performance in the 2008 film, the Aussie legend was also known as a teenage heartthrob, starring in the beloved cult classic 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath Ledger won the New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Actor for his incredible portrayal of Aeneas Del Mar in Brokeback Mountain. Starring alongside Jake Gyllenhaal, Ledger succumbed to his struggles with substance abuse, dying due to an acute intoxication from various prescribed medications. His death was ruled as an accident. Number 7. Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain is regarded as one of the fathers of grunge, giving a voice to the millions of outcasts and rebels who love and relate to the somber, aggressive, and melancholy lyrics of Nirvana. Cobain, Chris Novoselic, and Dave Grohl created the soundtrack to the youth of the 1990s and won countless awards throughout their journey to becoming one of the greatest bands of all time. Kurt suffered from substance abuse. He tragically died by suicide at his Lake Washington Boulevard home in Seattle. Number 6. Mac Miller. Mac Miller was a beloved rapper and record producer. He quickly gained popularity among the rap scene in 2007. And if you were a high school kid in the early to mid 2000s, there's a good chance you heard kids in the halls singing to his lyrics and obsessing over his catalog. Mac suffered from substance abuse, which was a common theme in his music. Unfortunately, he would pass away in 2018 due to an accidental overdose of cocaine, fentanyl, and alcohol. Miller's debut studio album, Blue Slide Park, was the first independently distributed album that hit the US Billboard 200 since 1995. His blueprint inspired many rappers today, not just artistically, but in terms of business and the freedom of being an independent artist. Number 5. James Dean. James Dean became the poster child for rebel spirits thanks to his iconic performance as a troubled teenager Jim Stark in Rebel Without a Cause, 1995. He also starred in East of Eden and Giant. The American Film Institute ranked him the 18th best male movie star of Golden Age Hollywood. Dean was killed in a car collision when his Porsche collided with a car at a California intersection. Number 4. Bobbi Kristina Brown. Bobbi Kristina Brown is the daughter of legendary singer Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. She was a reality TV personality and singer who was often in the public eye thanks to her star-studded family and appearances on the reality show Being Bobby Brown. In 2015, Brown was found unconscious in the bathtub at her home. Deprived of oxygen, she ended up in a coma for almost 6 months, ultimately succumbing to lobar pneumonia. Number 3. River Phoenix. River Phoenix was an American actor who began his career at just 10 years old. His first notable role came in 1986's Stand By Me, which remains one of the greatest coming-of-age films of all time, and has earned a well-deserved cult classic distinction. He is also the older brother of Oscar-winning actor Joaquin Phoenix. River Phoenix died shortly after his arrival at the Viper Room, a club partly owned by Johnny Depp. He was to play with a band called P, which featured musicians like Flea and John Frusciante. After complaining he wasn't feeling well, he walked outside and collapsed on the sidewalk. His cause of death was an acute overdose from several drugs. Number 2. Aaliyah. Aaliyah was a legend of contemporary R&B and hip-hop, and this was decided well before she tragically passed. She was a multifaceted entertainer as a singer, actress, dancer, and model, responsible for some of the most iconic soundtracks and music videos that had her trademark alluring street aesthetic that many artists try to capture the magic of today. There's a reason why she was dubbed the Princess of R&B, or Queen of Urban Pop. Aaliyah passed away after an airplane accident in the Bahamas. There were concerns as to whether the total weight on board the flight would pose a threat to the crew, and against the better judgment of the pilot, who had his doubt about the safety of the flight, embarked on a journey back to Florida and crashed about 200 feet from the end of the runway. Number 1. Heather O'Rourke. Heather O'Rourke is the youngest major celebrity that passed away. Heather O'Rourke was an American child actress known for her outstanding portrayal of Carol Ann Freeling in the supernatural horror classic Poltergeist, 1982. She reprised her role in the following two films in 1986 and 1988. Heather left us much too soon after succumbing to 2 cardiac arrests following complications from surgery to remove an acute bowel obstruction. It was later ruled as congenital stenosis of the intestines. This is all I had for you guys today. I want you guys to comment on which one of these stars were your favorites and how miserable you were after hearing of their deaths. I will surely see you guys soon next time. Until then, do not forget to like and subscribe in case you already haven't. Bye bye.